Hello
Hey,
again. Ivy.
hello.
Oh, okay.
How are we doing today?
We're doing.
A little better than last week?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Ha!
That's always a good thing. Yeah. Oh, come on. BC,
What?
you're being silly.
It's not cooperating, is it?
Nah, it's just logging me out because I haven't done anything with it in like a half an hour, 20 minutes, or whatever it is.
How dare you leave it alone?
Yeah, I know. But anyway,
Yes.
so today we are getting back to our ABC demo stuff.
Woohoo.
Um, and Jeremy hopefully might join us in like half an hour or so. But I know he had another meeting that he had to take care of. So we'll see how far we can get without him. Um, so we
Yes.
wanted to talk about the chart of accounts
Mhm.
and try to get take a look at that. We went back to the clients
Yay.
and went ahead and figured out a couple of different things that we wanted to do, including going ahead and looking at using the beginning and ending totals and headers and stuff to make the chart of accounts a little bit more readable. Once we take care of that, I think we're going to try to go ahead and finalize and finish setting up those posting groups. Um, I know that we did some of that last week, but let's go ahead and see if we can get that stuff finalized. There
Yes.
might be some boring parts in there of us going ahead and actually having to get some, typing some stuff in. So what we'll try to do is at least show that process and get those things sorted, and then come back, well, maybe off stream we'll go ahead and get those things like finalized and actually finished. And hopefully, if we can, if we have the time, I've got we'll try to import our beginning balances of our, not beginning balances, but the beginning quantities of our inventory and our item system. That should take us roughly the entire, hour and a half, 2 hours. But we'll go ahead and see how far we get, and we'll go from there. Does it sound like a plan?
Sounds like a good plan.
All right.
Yay.
I don't know if it's going to be a good plan, but it's a plan.
It's a plan.
It's a plan. All right. Okay.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and share my BC. There we go. Da da. Yoink. Okay. Alrighty then. So we had an updated chart of accounts that we were going to go ahead and use and import.
Yes.
So if we go to our lovely friend config packager,
Mm-hmm.
configuration packages, we can go ahead and go to our Excel. We can import from Excel. And let me find the config package here. Where did we put it? Here it is. Ta-da! Okay, so this is the same one that we kind of used before, but we've updated it, and we're going to re-import this as part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said before, it contains 50 records that will be overwritten by the import. What this is saying is that table 18 is the customer table. And it's
Yes.
saying, hey, well, wait a minute, you already have records in here for the customer table? Is that okay? The difference between that data migration package that we used and the config package is the data migration package is basically under the hood. It's all the same thing. But the data migration package goes ahead and just does everything for you. You don't have any type of control over what you're doing. Config packages allows you to go ahead and say, hey, wait a minute. See, oh, here's table 23 for the vendor and items. It allows us to go ahead and do this. I just want to import the GL account stuff. I don't want to go ahead and do any of these other three, that's perfectly fine. We can just say, hey, wait a minute, apply data for this GL account. One table has been selected. Are you okay with this? Yes.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Yes, absolutely. Well, and it's a very valid thing, because in reality, these configuration packages can wipe out data. If you go ahead and say, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to go ahead and export the item table, and you don't fill in all of the fields, or you blank out a field, there is potential that it will go ahead and clear those fields for you. That, when you imported it again, you didn't have any data there, so it assumes, oh, wait a minute, nothing's there. So anyway, but it went ahead and it imported for us. So now if we go back to our chart of accounts, oh, that's so much prettier. So now we have, like, this is our beginning and ending totals. We can see, okay, well, these are the accounts that are associated with these fixed assets and this intangible fixed assets. There's the patent stuff, and these. Now, the one thing we still need to do, we had some of this in here, but if we go to our home and say indent chart of accounts, it'll run through and generate, end total 29999 is matching a begin total. Okay, well, let's figure that out. We can figure that out, find it, and we can probably, what was it, 2999?
Yes, it's the last one of the liabilities.
Yeah, equity and liabilities. Okay.
It's
So
liabilities total, like
yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and find.
the end, the beginning of it. It's supposed to be 20,000.
Okay, so it's 20,000 is the thing. Okay, so let's take a look at
20,000.
this. Yeah. Okay. So I see what's happening here. The 20,000 one is just a account type of heading. So if we go to this one I think just is not an end total. It needs to be an actual total. That's, I see what that's.
Okay. So
yeah. So let's go ahead and go back. So now that it's a total, let's also clear our little filter, our quick filter. So now let's see if it lets us do that. Yep, there we go. So that's better. So now what'll happen here is that these will get indented, but it needs to refresh. So we'll go ahead and refresh it. See, now they're all indented nicely. Cool. Wonderful. Cash and bank. End totals, one. Yeah, this looks good. Awesome. All right, so at least we have this now that we can go ahead and kind of at least read it a little easier and understand where things are going. So that's good. All right. So thank you, V, for getting that all sorted. She's
thank you.
She's been a while doing that.
I am not an accountant. It took a lot of work to understand what I'm doing.
Yeah, neither am I. But this is one of those things that anybody who's actually doing this for real, you do want to go over this stuff with your accountants. They do have we're just doing this is for demo stuff. We're doing this for, just trying to get the system set up as a experiment and an educational thing for other people who might be wanting to help. But everything, talk it over with your accountants, because it can go ahead and be a little bit it can be a little bit of a minefield going through some of this stuff. So yeah, always ask the experts. Anyway, yes. Okay. So sorry, V, did you have a question? I didn't mean to interrupt you. Okay. All right. So then what we are going to do, now that we've got the, indentations and start, we needed to go back and take a look at those posting setup and creation again. Now, general posting setup, if I remember correctly. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we did go ahead and we were trying to get in these posting groups here. And we can do that by going ahead and going, okay, here's our domestic, and then here's our miscellaneous, domestic. Oopsie, didn't mean to copy it. And like no VAT stuff. So what we need to go ahead and do, and do domestic. We can just say no VAT. Okay, so what we were having kind of discussing last time, and what we were a little confused about, is that we do have the choosing of what account for the sales accounts for the sales stuff here that these goods will go to. Same thing with purchasing and cost of goods sold. That's what this other one here is. We can also then go ahead, and if we wanted to separate them out, we could also go ahead and say, hey, what accounts are the credit memos going to, and prepayments if we were doing those. I think we're going to skip the prepayment option at this point, but the sales credit memo and purchase credit memos might be good to have in order to go ahead and separate out, like, okay, this is our sales, but oh no, we also issued 300,000 in credit memos for, and you can then drill down into that and see what was going on if that is outside of your expected budget or range. Otherwise, if you don't fill those in, everything will go to whatever the sales account is. Okay, so when we're choosing this value, so sales account, we have to find the right one. And V, I know that you've been looking at this for a while. Do you have any? Did you happen to see any suggestions? Because this would probably be probably part of the income category.
Yes.
Sales stuff. See, we also have. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm looking at the chart of accounts on the side screen here.
Oh, good.
I'm helping with what I can help with.
Wonderful. No, that's great.
Okay. So we're looking for an operating income.
Yeah, it would have to be some sort of income. I would assume it would be some sort of, once again, ask your accountant.
Okay, could it help if it was incidental revenue?
No, incidental revenue would go ahead and be, I think, my understanding of that would be is it's more of like, okay, we weren't expecting this to be something that we were going to go ahead and do or get in as income. So I don't think this would be for the main income here. I'm thinking it's more of the sales of materials account.
I have it marked, and I was gonna say sales of material because that was gonna be my second option after
well,
the.
There you go. I mean that does make sense to me on this, but I'm wondering though if we should break this one up and create a new GL account to have it as the sales, and then break it up into that sales and then credit memo one.
Okay.
I mean, I think that makes sense. If there's
if
some accountant is going ahead and watching us, that please feel free to use the comment and tell us we're doing it wrong.
Well, you do have a wide range of numbers between the GL numbers that are there. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So, oh well, I selected that by mistake there. What was the number again?
32,200.
200. Okay. All right. So just do that so we can see. Okay. So let's go then. Let's create a new one here. Let's go ahead and say 32,200. How many ones did we have there? Should I make 5 and 10?
I mean, you can go with the 100, the 220, or any number from 201 until 299.
Well, yeah, let's use 5, and then we'll do the other one as 10 then. So okay. Sales. maybe call it just general sales account. And then that's income statement. This is posting. We could go ahead and separate it down, but this is income. Account subcategory. We can name a lot of different things. Oh yeah, we could even go ahead and say, hey, this is this, but let's go ahead and say this is product services, product sales. That makes sense. Yeah, update the file. Yeah, we can do that later. But this direct posting, wonderful. Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and go back. Go back again. Oh, well, might as well set up the other one then too while we're at it. And this is 320. Shoot. I'm sorry, I forgot it already, V. What was the number again?
32,210.
210, thank you. Right? Nope.
You already have 205. Did you have 210?
No, I didn't think
How
so.
about you go 32,200 and...
Oh, hold on. Let's... So 5. Huh, why is that not going in? All right, let's... General sales account. Let's just go ahead and... Oh, no, we do have a 10.
Ah, yes, it's sales of material, sales of raw material.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, so we'll just do it as like 32207. Or
you have the 32,240.
But isn't that outside of the range of?
No, it's still within the range of sales of material.
Cool. All right, so hold on a second here then. What would be? Yeah, because that's still within the end total range here. Should we go? Now, I think it makes more sense to have it up here because that's where the other sales of materials of raw materials and stuff are. Unless no, okay, no, 3. Yeah, I think you were right originally. I think you said 32 to 40 and 40. Let's do 40 and 50.
It's I don't know. You have 100 numbers range. Take a pick. Apart from 10, 20, and 30, everything is open.
All right, so we'll just do that. Yes, that's fine. Now, obviously, you wouldn't be able to renumber this. Oh shoot! I renumbered the wrong one.
No.
You've got the master sheet. Let's renumber. What was that? Was that the
master sheet? Which number do you want?
It was the incidental revenue control account.
Yeah, that's the 32,100.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was my mistake.
It's okay. The sales of material 32,200.
Yeah, this is the one that I wanted to go ahead and rename or renumber. So 32.
240.
240. And then this one 245, and we're going to call this one the general sales credit memos. Category. This is technically income. Okay. Sales returns and allowances. I think that would make sense. That totaling we don't need. This is still going under sales. Okay, that should be good then. Awesome. So then if we go back to our posting groups, general posting groups, why am I not seeing it? General, general posting setup. I'm being a moron. General posting setup. There we go. Okay, so now we can go ahead and say, okay, this is domestic goods. We're going to go ahead and put this under the general sales. And all of these can be the same. And then we're going to do 3, 2, 2, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay. So now we have the same thing that we need to do with the purchase accounts too. So if we're looking this one up, assets, let's see. See, a lot of this stuff is like computers. Yes, that's an asset, but this is going to be kind of like a general, posting account of like, okay, we need to get something. That's goods for resale. Taxed assets being cash. That's cash in hand. Did you see any ones that looked good, or should we just create 2 new ones just for the general accounts? See, now we're back into sales. Assets. Yeah.
It's quite difficult to read that small font for someone as blind as I am.
I think we can increase it a little bit if you need to.
No need.
Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, let's just create 2 new ones in that range. Where accrued holiday pay, that's liabilities. Oops. Keep going. Yeah, you know what? If I would just go ahead and filter to assets, that might be easier to review. Okay. Let's see. Developments. 2013. I'm just looking for a good range to maybe put it in. Let's see.
I mean, if you want to create a new one, you have an open range between the 16,999 till 1999.
Yeah, like right. Well, yeah. Also right here too. Other current receivables. All right. Let's go. Maybe just name it 16,000, and that'll go ahead.
16,000 is cash in bank.
16,000.
Yeah. 16000 is cash in bank, and it's subheading.
Oh. It's not showing up here on the list. That's kind of interesting. Oh yeah. Cash and bank. Oh yeah. Oh, you know why? Because it's a beginning and ending total.
Yes.
That's the reason why it wasn't. Why we weren't seeing it. Okay, that makes sense though. Cash in hand. Let's just take a look at it.
You can put 17,000. It's a whole new range.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, let's do that. I like that idea.
And it's still within the assets, total. So 17,000 is a good number. It's an even number.
Yeah.
Even as it is.
Let's make this one a heading. Or a begin total. Account category is assets. This would be purchase stuff. Okay. Then that'll be good there. General purchase account. Then we'll do say 1710. Yeah, 1710 is purchases. And then this is, that's a posting account. Once again, this is an asset, and this is purchase. Cool. And then one more. Uh, 1720. Purchase credit memos. And yeah, that's income. There's this assets. Purchases. And then we'll do a general purchase. Can I copy? I wonder, is there? I don't think there's a way to copy an account, is there?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was more of a I think that would be a neat little item if that was the case that we could do that. Just like, hey, we're creating an account. It's going to be based off of this one. Can we just copy it? Nope, I guess not. That's all right. Not a big deal. It's just more of a hey.
I don't.
Okay, so this should be 17,999.
Okay.
Right. General purchase. Purchases total. And then we will go ahead and make this one an end total. And okay. Yep, perfect. Okay, so now we'll need to go ahead and do our indent churn of accounts again, so that way it'll pop these through. But there it is. That's nice. You can do that. Cool. Okay, so 1710 and 1720 with back on the general posting setup. Okay, and this is our 1710, 1720. All right, perfect. Okay, so we also need then just goods. MIS miscellaneous. No, that. We're using just the same things. And then we have EU. Oh, was going to mention a couple of things too while I'm working on this. That tax thing that we saw when we were looking at it, where it said, the VAT, when we were looking at the VAT stuff, and we were seeing the tax setup.
Yeah.
That is a translation issue that Microsoft is aware of. So it wasn't just me being weird. It's actually an issue. So that's good to know. The other thing is that if people didn't know, there is a performance problem with Docker containers and for BC24. There's some sort of performance issue that Microsoft says they already have a fix for. It just needs to be rolled out within the next couple of days. No VAT. No VAT. You. And the other thing was too is that export. What was it now? If you're on, people that may not know this, if you are on BC21 or previous, that reached end of life this week. I think it was this week, but so that means that there is no longer any support for that for anything BC21 or below. So if upgrade time. There we go. Export. No, that. And then this is actually export. Let's see. All right, cool. There we go. So let's go ahead and get these in here. Now, it is totally valid to go ahead and actually separate all of these posting groups out to have its own sales account. I've seen that before. People will do, sometimes they do, clients would like to track I want to see in a separate account, all of the EU goods sold, all of the export stuff. So that is a totally valid mention, and I
Mhm.
it does make sense in some respects. But for our demo purposes here, we're going to go ahead and skip that. Did I set up the? Yeah, general posting stuff. I didn't know if. Okay. There's some variance accounts and things like that over here, but I don't think we need that right now. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. All right, so that posting set up then. Set up.
I don't wanna.
And it's not going to find it for me now. Oh, no, go away. Tax set up. Okay. That posting group. Yeah. See, here's our. Yep. See, here's where we were going ahead and doing this. Okay, so here is where we're going to need to go ahead and have the purchase tax and sales tax stuff.
Yeah.
So once again, let's go to our chart of accounts. That is under liabilities, right?
The purchase one, the one we set up first?
No. I'm talking about the tax liabilities.
The tax liabilities, yes.
Yeah. So here's a good range to put this in. But once again, I mean, tax liabilities is
24,000.
24,000. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm good. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to should we rename? Now let's just add. Yeah, let's go ahead and do. We'll add 2 accounts. Let's make this one 24,200 and 24,210. 24,200, and this is sales tax liabilities. And I'm not going to be able to spell liabilities without looking at it.
It's not you. It's the word.
I'm just horrible at spelling.
This chart of account has the word receivable at least 20 times. None of those times I've actually typed it correctly.
All right, so there's that one. And then we'll go ahead and we will do a new one at 24,210. Purchase tax liability. I spelled that. I was kind of hoping I was smart and copied it. But there we go. Okay, so that's then for purchases. Okay, cool. All right, so then tax setup, because this is just weird. And yeah, this is what I was talking about when it was.
It's a bit weird to see tax setup and underneath it VAT posting setup.
Yeah. And that was the.
And when you opened it, it's tax posting setup.
And that's exactly what. Oh, that was the general sales account. Wait a minute. What did I? Come on. Select from full list. And sales tax. There we go. And then 24,210, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, then we also have, you can get some tax categories and things in there too. But this would be then domestic. The VAT 12. And we want to make sure that we have, 12% there. Yeah. And I think we have this. Sure. There's no records there behind it anyway. 25. What the heck? What are you doing?
I don't wanna.
Now it's fine. I don't know. What change did I do? Okay, I don't know what it's talking about.
Okay. What?
Huh?
I know we have set up like we have set this up before. Why is it saying that it's not correct?
Well, here it's saying that. Hold on a second here. Oh, because it's looking for the tax identifier. So now if we do this VAT 25, it'll like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that makes more sense. I don't know. I'm still
Please
not.
be more specific.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that exists there. But yeah, all right, it is what it is. Okay, let's see then. We'll have the VAT 6, domestic VAT 6, VAT 6, 6, same thing. And then we'll have our EU.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a second here.
You forgot the non-VAT or exclude
Yep,
VAT?
I know. I
Sorry.
just real. No. You were absolutely right. I did forget it. Thank you for the catch.
I felt so smart.
um, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, so then EU. We'll do the same thing. VAT 12. EU. VAT 12. EU 12. 12. And then EU VAT 25. Yeah, hold on a second. Just be easier just to do this. 25 EU 25, 25. VAT 6. EU VAT 6. EU 6. 6. And then EU exclude. And then finally, we have export.
There should be an easier way to do this than just one time.
Yeah. I am totally with you. Okay, so now here is the interesting part. In many cases where you need to still set this up, export 12. But these may not actually be taxable things. It depends upon what country you're going to and all of that. Once again, this is an
Demo data.
This is an accountant question, really. But I've seen in various different ways. So always ask your accountants, please. And don't take our demo data as gospel. Export.
I have a question.
Sure.
See, usually when I am putting in purchase invoices, there are instances where there's a line that's for VAT only VAT only. Why don't we not have it in here?
Because I, haven't actually gotten to it yet.
I'm sorry.
I forgot about it. It's right here.
Oh, it's right there. I'm the
Uh-huh.
one who did not see it. I am
Uh-huh.
sorry, I'm not paying attention.
No, it's more of I forgot to put it in, and so. Uh, yeah, and then we need an EU that only. EU. Yeah. Why are you saying it's going to change records again? The description. And then finally the export. That's only. All right, so then we can go ahead and just fill these in, and like the business posting groups, the general posting group setup, you could have separate accounts for all of this for tax purposes too. That makes perfect sense. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I think that's good.
Yes.
Yay.
Next on the agenda.
I'm sorry, what?
Next on the agenda
is checking
vendor
the customer
posting group.
Huh?
Vendor posting setup.
I was going to say customer, but we can do vendor first. That's no problem.
I don't mind. I'm just very glad to be a part of this.
Okay.
And you have no idea how proud I am of myself to actually understand what I'm seeing.
That's always a good thing, though,
You'd think after 2 years I might have an inkling of an idea.
Nope. Okay, so we got our domestic, we got our EU, we've got our export stuff. So we need a payables account for those vendors. Let's see. Do we once again? Then we're going to need to go back. This would be a liability account. That's salary stuff.
Liabilities. We have that, I think. Oh, damn it.
I mean, so this would be like
the what exactly in liabilities are you looking for?
This is one again. Those might be just a general account that we're going to need to go ahead and create again. But we want to go ahead and have it as something like this is going to be like a vendor account, so that this is where we need to. This is the account that we pay our vendors from.
Okay, you have the 26,000. That's the
other current liabilities.
Yeah,
tribal claims. Yeah, current liabilities to employees. Yeah, this would probably be the best place to go ahead and put this.
For the customer 26,300.
Yeah, we could do it as a clearing account for third parties. That would be a valid one. Yeah. 26,300. That sounds like a good one. This is for the vendors though. So vendor posting groups. So, and this would be the 26,300. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's just make it domestic EU. Come on, you can type.
No.
Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else here that we need to kind of take a look at? Ooh.
I don't like that. Ooh.
Yeah. I don't think we need those right now, but those invoice rounding accounts, those debit rounding accounts, and the credit rounding accounts, those are if you need to go ahead and say, well, wait a minute, the invoice came out to be, or our invoice that we're have to pay the vendor came out to be something like a half a cent over or something like that. And where does that half a cent need to go? Um, Sometimes that's depending upon your organization, that might be important.
Mhm.
But everything's still going to be going into that payables account for the 26,300 uh, without it. But this might be that kind of like that. Remember, we were talking about that like unrealized gains
Yeah.
stuff. That's the type of thing that we could use for this particular thing. But I mean, with our first the plays the just this small little company, I don't think we have to worry about it just yet.
Okay.
But it's good to discuss, I think. Alrighty. Okay. We did vendors. Let's do customers. Customer posting groups. Yay. Okay. Same thing. Domestic. You. Export. Okay, so now this is the receivables account. So this would be an asset rather than a liability. Oopsie.
Accounts receivables, that would be okay with that?
Sure. Where did you find
The
that?
account receivable is 14,000.
Well, we couldn't use account. Remember, that's a totaling account. That's
No,
a
no, no.
begin
So,
total.
yes, but it has numbers underneath it. Big one.
Oh, yep. I see what you're saying. Yes. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Um. Yeah. Maybe the 110. I think that looks good for that. Or we could do it from accounts receivable from associated companies. Yeah, see, there's a lot of good ones here that we would go ahead and that we could use for this. Um, let's just say contractor receivables, though. I think that makes the most sense in this context.
Mhm.
So 14
14,
110
11, 0.
14 11 0. 14 11 0. And once again, we can see that invoice rounding accounts and debit rounding and credit rounding accounts. And if there's service charges, if we had that set up here, but we're not, that might come in with maybe when we do our other companies. I know that there's a company that will probably be using the services module. So that would be
Mhm.
good to have there. So, alrighty. Okay. Let's see. We got that. Bank accounts. I think we did the bank account one last time.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah, here's the floof bucks. That's right. Let's see. I forgot about that. That was pretty funny. Okay, so we
Yeah.
actually pop this to the bank account posting group of
Mhm.
1600. But let's take a look at this. Was this the best idea? What was 16? Cash and bank. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think that's right. I don't think that's good to have there because I think that's now a totaling account if I remember correctly.
Yes, it's a big in total.
Yeah, so main.
You can go with cash account 2 or 3 since it's
Well, wouldn't this be the main cash account because that would be the like
supposed
main
to
bank
be.
account?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean it doesn't matter. We could go ahead and yes, yep, that's correct. Let's actually. That is a very good point.
16, 11, 0.
Yeah, 16 11 0 is fine, but yeah, okay, yeah, no, it's going to open that up. This is that direct posting stuff, and it's not letting us do this. Oh, no, no. Select from full list. I just need to make sure that this is, come on, edit list.
I don't want to.
Thank you. Select from full list. And then what I can do here is I can edit. I can't edit it from here. That's right. Oh, maybe I can. Edit. Yes. We're going to turn off direct posting for this, because since this is like a main bank account, we don't want to. And I know we talked about this last time. We don't want to be. We want to flow everything right through the bank, not from the GL account. But actually, we should probably also update this to be so we avoid confusion there. Yes. Go ahead. Cool. All right, cool. Okay, so we have one bank account set up. Do we need to, I think, are we okay with that for right now? I think so.
I think so.
Okay. All right.
In our book, we set up one, so.
Okay. I mean, it's easy enough to set up more if we decide that we need it later. So,
yeah.
I mean, there's people that will go ahead and have like separate bank accounts for a big example. If you are doing international banking and stuff, you might need to set one up you might have a bank account that's in Europe or something like that, or in another country. So, yeah, okay, next. Anyway, inventory posting setup next. Okay. So this is where we need to go ahead and have our, okay, here's our location and normal stuff. And then what is our inventory account?
Oh.
Yeah, this is going to be an answer. This is going to be a one here. While we do this, let me just set this up. Put that under seasonal. Okay, so
the inventory is 43,000.
In the 43,000.
Yes, you have the header as change in inventories, product, and work in progress.
Okay, cool. Let's take a look at what we got in here. All right, and change in inventories. That's a control account. Change in inventories maybe for supplies and consumables. I think that's good, because this isn't a raw material thing. This is, we're going to be supplying and that type of thing. I think that one probably would be our account then. 43300. Ah, 43300. Yeah, okay, so here's our capacity. If we were doing a lot of build to orders and stuff like that, we could go ahead and put in some of these other ones here of of the like what material variances and things like that, essentially work in progress accounts too. But I think we're okay with just using the inventory account like for that. Did the boss sneak in? I think the boss is trying to sneak in.
What? He did.
He did. He's not answering anything though. Anyway. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I think we did do the import of languages last time too.
Yes, we did.
Because that way we did that, yes, because we did that with
we imported it from the
config package.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Okay. And that does a lot of, I think we also talked about all of the translations and things like that were going on. I think we did currencies as well. Let's just check on that. Yeah, we only did a couple of currencies, but we should probably pop in an exchange rate at some point. This is also one of those things that there are exchange rate services that you can set up. However, There's only, I think, one that is like free. I'd have to go look up which one that is. Um, However, you also many times some banks will also have exchange rate services that you
Mm-hmm.
can go ahead and use to set this up. Um, it is a little difficult, so that's something that you should probably talk to your partner about. It's not difficult as much as it is just confusing. So anyway, let's see then. What else do we got here? Currencies. Got the currencies. We're good with that, I think. Because we imported that. Are we going to need an additional reporting currency? Since this is based in the US, and
Mm-hmm.
my understanding is that most of the customers are all US based customers, I don't think that we're going to need that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll skip it for now. But if the boss or somebody wants to go ahead and say, "Oh yes, guess what? We need to now go ahead and set up an additional currency because we're opening up one of these is going to be in Timbuktu." Well, that's good reason to have it set up. But for right now, I think we're okay. Um,
Timbuktu.
Timbuktu, yeah. Yes, I'm showing my age. um, okay, so we have now a couple of things on here that I think we need to go ahead and kind of make sure that we have set up for the customer cards. Um, Tax area codes, which is a general one. Country region US, and this is where if we would have like you know jurisdictions and things like this. This isn't used in the EU, but since this technically is one of the US based,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know. We're gonna go ahead and just have it in there as that for right this second. Okay, so this is domestic. This is domestic, and that will um, go ahead and get those posting groups set up there, as well as these payment terms code. Did I set up payment terms? Yeah, everybody's got 30 days payment terms code. Now, here is where electronic invoicing. Okay. We could go ahead and do kind of set up some templates to go ahead and populate this, but this is also a good thing for config packages too, to go ahead and kind of repopulate and pop those in there. We'll probably go ahead and get those in for just a couple of customers here.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. And then we'll go ahead and we'll go down and we will I'll create a config package to go ahead and get the rest of them in for next time, just so that we have it there. So just going through things to go ahead and show things off. We have the same thing with the vendors too. We have to they have some of their own invoicing and things that we need here. So like, again, here's another tax area code. And this is once again domestic and domestic. And remember too, these
Mm-hmm.
posting groups, this is how the vendors get the BC knows which accounts to go ahead and use for particular vendors. So that's the link between the
Mm-hmm.
vendors and the chart of accounts and things like that. So here's another one. We'll just go ahead and do this. And yeah. And then we'll do domestic and domestic. And then we'll go ahead and populate the rest of that with a config package or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We have the bank accounts already. Yeah, I'm just looking through my things. Okay. All right. Okay. I think we can go ahead and try to see if we can get some inventory in there. What do you think? can probably do that.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? I don't see any reason why not.
Well, let's go ahead. All right. So this is a little cheaty, I think. When you're going ahead and, especially when you're doing general, like a inventory journal, or actually no, it's item journal. I'm sorry. So we have some general stock that we have in our system, and this is basically creating new balances here. And you can see I started creating some of it a little bit already.
Mm-hmm.
When you do this, you can go ahead and uh, easiest way to do it is go ahead and go do this, copy this row. Are you going to let me copy the row?
No.
I want you to let me copy. There it is, one row copied. And I will go ahead and let me get over to Excel. I need to get ahead of Excel file. I will show my screen in a minute here, please.
See, it's one of two things. Either you're speaking to yourself or the voice is cutting out.
Oh, I'm actually speaking to myself.
Then that's why I was not like it was just like uh anyways, yes.
Yep, okay. All right, so let's do this, and I will go ahead and do this and show. Where is my Excel document? Huh. Well, that's interesting. It's, window. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Share that. Okay, cool. So, what you can do when you copy that out, you can paste it directly into Excel.
Mm-hmm.
And because it has the headers and everything else, VC does know how to translate that, and we can re-copy these into our actual into the journal itself
Mm-hmm.
after we go ahead and we've done our manipulation here. So what we can do is we have a list of all of our. Let's just do this. Well, come on. There we go. That's a little better. We have a list already of all of our items. We grabbed that we can grab that from the import file that we created originally. So if
Mm-hmm.
I grab that from our data import, come on, you can open up.
I don't wanna.
Any day now,
No.
please.
No.
There we go. I don't. I'm not going to share that because the only thing I'm doing is I'm going to grab all of the numbers and come on. I forgot we actually have a lot of items in here.
Yes, we were prepared for companies in plural.
Yeah. All right. So once we have that, we can just copy in all of them there, and that'll at least give us that list
Mm-hmm.
of all of our stuff. Just cheaty, hacky. And as you can see, I've already done this already, including going ahead and creating, like a random quantity
Mm-hmm.
of this. So I don't know. I think this kind of goes ahead and keeps updating every so often too, which is kind of fun. So what we can do here is we can go ahead then and just grab all of this. So yeah, what I did here is I did say a positive adjustment. I created a journal
Mm-hmm.
code for it. I created the warehouse information as well as, an item. And I had to we have the unit of measure code here. So let's copy this and then go here and paste. Hold on. Delete that. Try it again. There we go. Oh, paste failed because of validation errors. You only got one in out of 201 rows. Let's take a look at this and figure out what's going on. Oh, hold on. You guys can't see this because I switched over to the thing. That's the one thing I dislike about about this. There it goes. Okay, so what happened is that I did go ahead and tried pasting it in, and it gave me a pop-up. This basically, well, let's just do it again. Still have it here. Delete this line. Let it refresh. So if I paste this, there we go. Paste failed because of validation errors. Only successfully posted 1 out of 201 rows. So let's kind of dive into this and see what's going on. Okay, so here is the field unit of measure. Well, let's go over here to the unit of measure. Number must have a value. Okay, so it's not validating that. Kind of the item. Okay, what's this? Okay. Here's the actual error. The field unit of measure code of table item journal line contains a value EA that cannot be found in the related table item unit of measure. So what this is saying is that it's trying to go ahead and put in unit of measure code, and it doesn't exist for this particular item. Well, I should say the EA over each doesn't exist for that particular item. So if we go ahead and do this, yeah, so I bet what's happening here. So if we go to the item and we look here. So yeah, see, look, this base, when we imported this originally, this looks like it had an EA as a base item, a base unit of measure. So it's trying to go ahead and link that to what's called the item unit of measure table. Where are you? Related item units of measure. And this is where our problem is. It's trying to look up that EA code here, and it doesn't exist. Because this is where we could go ahead and say EA, or if it's a box. We actually, back on the first day, this is how we had, we set up these item units of measure, but we never actually linked this item can have these units of measure. So for example, like each box, pallet, or whatever, a can, if we had a can, that type of thing. So what we need to do here is we need to go ahead and generate for each one of our items, our 200 items, at least a default unit of measure for this, which is EA in this particular case. How can we do that quickly? Anybody have any guesses?
Batch.
Huh? Batch?
Batches. Journal batching? Batches?
No.
Why?
Config packages. Config packages.
Oh, I should have guessed that. I have the book open in front of me.
Nope. This is just one of those things that is really great to go ahead and do. So let's go ahead and we'll do item unit unit of measure. Item units of measure. Yeah. Okay, so all that's good. The only real table I think we need is actually the item unit of measure table. Item unit of measure. Because if I remember correctly, when we're looking at, let's get that in there, number of fields, because really all we have is all we really need here is the item and the code, and that's it. I don't think we need any of these other fields. So we can do this. Yeah. Cool. So this is just one table, since we know what the data is that we need. So now if we export this package, export to Excel, say yes, there it goes. And let me pull this up. Open a new tab. And I will switch back to things. Yes. Okay. Share. Window. Here we go. Yoink. Okay. So all we have here then is we have like, okay, here's some blank ones. And here are the ones that we have set up. So it looks like that the item 1000 did have in each setup. That's the reason why that first one imported without a problem. And then you can see the 2 records that we had here for the one that we were playing around with. So what we need to do here is we need to, once again, grab that list of items and paste it here. Okay, we'll delete out these 2 because we already have 2 records for that. But then we can just go ahead and say, copy this and just go yoink, give everybody an each, and then copy this and do 1. Save this. What? King? Well, what's the I don't know what there's. Copy and paste king. I see. All right, I see. There's nothing wrong with copy and paste. Now if we go back to our config package here, so we can now go ahead and go do our import from Excel. Let me grab that file. Oh, I got to close it first, otherwise it's going to yell at me. Pop it here. There we go. That's good. Okay, so, and now if we go ahead and we say apply data, it's going to go ahead and do this. Yep. I'm sorry, what?
It automatically happens?
It automatically happens. So now if we go back to our items and go to our, let's go just pick a random one just to make sure that it has it. So if we now go to related items, units of measure, yep, we got a record in there. Wonderful. That's perfect. Great. Okay, cool. So that's done. Now we can go back and retry going ahead and importing that journal. Give me a second to recopy that. And then let's go ahead and go to item journals. Journal. There we go. Delete these just so that we have a clean, fresh thing to go with. And woohoo! There's still more validation errors. No. Got a whole bunch of them though. Oh, I see what happened here.
Would you like to explain it to me?
Yes, take a look. Because we were because of the automatically creating like base just random items. It came a random number of items. It goes, well, wait a minute, you can't adjust 0. So that's what that problem is.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, yeah. See, like all of these have a number of an inventory.
Mm-hmm.
But when I created the Excel document, I created I just used the random function, and I must have said 0 to 100 or 0 to 200 or whatever it was, rather than doing 1 to 200. So you can't go ahead and attempt when it does the validation. When it was importing, it was going, well, 0. I can't do that. So that's what that was for. Okay, so we got up to 33. Let me just go ahead and copy from 33 on. And hopefully there won't be any more. I'm looking now to see if there's any other blanks. Okay, so here we go. Where's 33? Row 33. Okay, so here we go. Yep. All right. Oops. Come on. Copy and paste. Right, so
would the crown come up on the screen again?
Mm-hmm.
It came up again.
I think somebody's playing with it.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get this back over here. I did put
It's the number is
because I know what when I copied it, I copied it from 33, not from 34.
Ah.
I'm just being silly.
I forgive you.
I hope so. Copy. Can I do it? Nope. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, it keeps doing that. Okay, why didn't you copy?
I don't wanna, and you cannot force me.
Okay. Go away. $11. Okay, so what's the next validation issue that we came across? So here's 45. What does it like about this one? Oh.
What? I didn't.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the unit measure code contains a value kg that cannot be found in the related item unit of measure.
Oh, what's
So
the kg?
So this
Also
item,
kilograms.
yeah, kilograms, evidently had something else in there, so not a problem. Since we basically what we did was we created just the general. Like we assumed everything. Yeah, see, look, this base unit of measure is in kilograms.
Yeah.
Not in each, which is absolutely fine.
Okay.
So we just need to go ahead and make sure that we have units of measure and we have a kg. One. That's all. All right. So now that that's there, let's go back to the item journals. Okay. So 44. So we need 45. Okay, hold on here. Let's see. We might have another. There might be other ones in here that are, have the same problem. But yeah, I pasted 3. Let me guess. There's another. Yep, it's another kg. All right. Let's do this then. In order to save some time, let's go ahead and do this. Let's just go ahead and see how many of that items have kg rather than EA. So if we filter to not EA, how many do we got? Oh, not EA. Yeah. There's a bunch of them here that have kg as their base. Okay, yeah. All right. So what is going to be the easiest way of going ahead and doing this? Okay, let's see. How many actually are here? Yep. So there's 20 of them that don't have a good unit of measure.
Okay.
So what do we do? The
Here's
easiest way,
yeah.
I think the easiest way to go ahead and fix this is to go ahead and can I just export this list from here? I don't think so. But I should be able to go ahead and can I send? Oh, I can't send to Excel from here because this is a Docker container. All right, well, let's just do this then. Let's go ahead and just copy these. So there's 19 of them. Copy. Let me do some Excel magic.
Mm-hmm.
Because that way I can just go ahead and do. That's yeah. Because now that I have this list, let me go ahead and where was the Excel package that where was the package that I did for the other thing? Yeah, here it is. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and since I have the current config package that I did earlier with all of those records, what we can do is I can go ahead and yep, that's fine. I can go ahead and just create. Well, no, that's not going to do it. I can go ahead and create the clear that package, and I will go ahead and do this. Come on, copy you. 19 rows copied. I can then go ahead and say, okay, here's the list of items that need a KG. And we can just go ahead and import that one in here. KG. And quantity is 1. And then we can just copy this. I think that this will work out the easiest. Oopsie. I don't need to have all those. Come on. Paste, damn you. And then 1. Copy. Paste. And we have our 19 rows. All right, 19 rows, perfect. Okay, so let me delete this sheet. Delete that. There's this. Let's save that. And let's go back to our config package now. And where's our item units of measure? We'll go ahead and import from Excel. Hopefully it won't go ahead and say, oh, wait. Huh. There it goes. Import. And then apply. That should hopefully fix this problem. Yeah, a lot of massaging the data. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. That's not what I wanted. Or did it try to import a whole bunch of, well, hold on a second here. If we do this, go out here, come back in. Yeah, here, what is the records things? Ah, okay. So basically it was trying to go ahead and there was a whole bunch of extra rows that it found. And that's the reason why it's having a problem. Let's just go ahead and do this. Let's go to the item units of measure table. Sorry. Well, that is. Let's cheat. This is it's 5504. So if we do this and say table equals, we can see that data directly. So we just want to make sure that we do have those each. You see each kg, kg. KG. Okay, yeah. So it looks like we did get the ones in there that we did want to need. So we should be good with that. Hopefully, all right. Let's try this. Let's try the item import again here. Item journal. Okay, and so we got 47 on. Right. Yep. Okay. Because there's really not that many left. Copy. Oops. Ugh. Delete you. Come on. There we go. Yay. All right. Wonderful. Okay, I think that's it then. So what we can do is go ahead then. Yeah, we don't have to have any, just make sure that, quantity, things like that. Okay, yeah. We could put it an amount in here. I don't think it'll yell at us though if we don't have one, because we have this inventory already. So what we can do here is we can go ahead and post this. The item journal doesn't have a thing. That's posting number series. Nope. We need the journals. Journal batch.
I need you to be vocal about what you're doing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm going ahead and trying to figure out it said that we didn't have a journal, batch. Sorry, not batch. Posting groups in here for this, but I'm not seeing posting test report. Why was this? Okay, let me just post this again and see what's going on. Because I think, okay, so general product posting goes into the item journal line. Oh, it's trying to go ahead and the template name item and batch name default cannot be 0 or empty, but there's no field for that.
Could it be hidden?
Maybe, but I'm not sure why this isn't. Let's go ahead and let's do this. Because that's normally taken from the. It's normally taken from the the batch information, which should have already been there. Then why is it only on one line too? That's also curious. Did not want to do that there. Okay, item journal. And once again, I can't spell journal right. Okay.
And here I thought you're a native speaker of English.
Oh, it doesn't mean I can spell it. Okay. All right. No, yeah. It's going ahead and saying it's complaining about general journal posting groups. General product posting groups. Sorry. Oh, I wonder. You know what? We also might have been a problem with.
Yeah.
Because it also can copy that in from the item card itself. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's our problem. We don't have it. We didn't set up the posting details on the items. So that's what we needed. Okay. All right. So that's what we need to do for next time, I think. We'll go ahead and we got a half an hour or so. Well, why don't we go ahead and once again we can create a configuration template to go ahead and get that in there, and put it all under goods and inventory. But that also means I think that this will have to be regenerated because it's Yeah, because I'll have to repopulate that stuff. Oh, okay.
Fun, very fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you forget one thing, and BC will make sure that you know that you forgot one thing. In all fairness, a lot of those things too are you said it once and then you don't normally deal with it again. But yes, you're absolutely right. Okay,
So
so
if you
uh,
go to chapter 7 in our book, the
I
item templates are in part 2.
yes, I know. The boss is reminding me that since I skipped that
Mhm.
part didn't get good, didn't get done, and has to be done manually.
Uh-huh.
He is absolutely right. So anyway, okay. Let's see. We do have. I mean, we got 30 minutes. I might as well go ahead and just try to do that now that we have all of this stuff set up right too. Righty. Config packages. Oops. No. Go away. Configuration packages. New package. Item. Item. Item ID. No. 27. And we need the yes. Go away. Nope. Close that. We don't need that. Okay. So item. Really, all that we need is the item number, and go ahead and make sure that we got. There is an option to say clear included. So we need just item. We need the general product posting group, and we need the what was the other one? Oh man. Inventory posting group. That's what I was thinking of. Come on. Inventory posting group. There we go. Okay, cool. So now that we have both of those, I think we can. Okay, inventory posting group, and we get the general. We have the general one. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Close out of this configuration card. Export to Excel again. Yep. And we just have our thing here. So let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and go over to here, and I will get our new one. And more copy and paste for the win. Copy.
And the crown is back.
Hey, whatever works. Oops. Oh, I don't think I did that. Nope. Cancel. Click. There we go. Okay. Now import. And apply. Oh, come on. 201 errors found?
What?
What?
What the floof?
Yeah, what exactly? So what are 200 now? Oh.
That's a lot of errors. What
well,
happened?
yeah, because of the fact that it's going ahead and it's trying to it's technically trying to update the item number.
You did that in quotation marks. Could you please explain why?
Well, that's well, we don't really need to update the item number because we're just going ahead and re-importing things. But remember how our number series originally said that you can't go ahead and we had the manual numbers on to do the original import.
Mm-hmm.
But we then went ahead and we disabled that so we could import our item numbers. It's the same problem. So what we can do is that let's try this. If we go ahead and say, here's this, oops, no. If we go ahead and say number of fields included, let's say, should be able to edit list. Don't validate this field. So that way we can go ahead and we can just say, hey, you know what? We can just try to apply this again. And since we're not validating that field, it'll go ahead and allow us to update it. Perfect. Hopefully. Let's go check our items. And we'll have to go ahead and delete this too. But let's go back to our items. Items. Okay, so let's just go ahead and check to make sure that we've got at least these did come in the way that we were expecting. Goods, normal, perfect. All right, great. All right, cool. So now, got to delete this again.
Again.
Well, we have to clear it because of the fact that it didn't validate the things. So if we manage, we'll have to just copy and paste it in again for like the 18th billionth time.
Never underestimate the hours you will spend in Excel.
Yeah. I know. I'll make sure there's no zeros this time too. Yoink. Copy. Okay.
Where's the crown? Wait.
What now? Quantity. Oh, did it stupid thing regenerated all of my numbers again? Okay.
Question.
Answer.
For the next step, do we need this to be like perfect? Or can we move on to a different thing and redo this?
Oh, well, I mean, I think we're kind of close to it being done now. So, I mean, we should just be able to go ahead and just grab the last bits here. And frankly, I think this was the last thing that we were going to attempt for today anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, you're right though. I mean, if we do get, okay, so let's just do this. But yeah, you're right. If we get it too much further, what? I thought I fixed that. I know I fixed that. Or did this one just not get fixed for whatever reason? Okay, you know what? Yoink. We didn't have any stock of that.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do this. We'll just go ahead and post.
What now?
It's actually asking, making that we have to have an inventory adjustment account.
So
okay. General posting setup. So goods, here we go. It needs inventory adjustment account. All right, so we need to have some sort of account here for this. What account can we use for inventory adjustments?
Could it be a change in inventories of goods and for resale? Because we already have one for that.
Yeah, I think we could. I mean, yeah, that's
400.
13,420.
What?
I was thinking, no, you were absolutely right. In that area, there's a change in inventory for goods for resale.
You
That
see,
makes perfect sense.
you have a different number than I have in my.
Oh,
In front
okay.
of me, but it's okay.
All
It's
right.
okay.
I think that one will work though for this. I mean, this makes sense. Okay. Try posting again. Yay! And now if we go to items,
Okay.
we have, let's go. Yeah, not that. Oh, I still have a filter. Clear filter. And we can see here, look, we got our inventory, starting
Yay.
inventory in there. Yay! Okay.
Huh.
Woo!
You want to call it a day?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's good. I think we're good here though.
Okay.
So
And
we'll have to come up. I know that we have Cup coming. Oh, what I don't. What's coming up next? So next time, we'll have to go ahead and adjust the inventory
just
actual
impose
cost.
inventory costs.
Yeah, costings.
Mm-hmm.
Reverse. Yeah. So then, big thing that we're going to get into next time is the other opening balances for the bank accounts, if they had any balances there. There should be. We'll need to go ahead and import the customer balances, the vendor balances, and balances probably for any tax and VAT opening or VAT opening balances, and then the balances of all of the chart of accounts, if there is some stuff there. I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's going to be our next steps there. I think that's going to probably take up Thursday pretty significantly.
Mm-hmm.
If not Thursday and next Tuesday, mainly because of the fact that we're going to probably run into some other posting stuff for that. But other than that, I think this is a good time to round up. It's a good stopping point since we got the inventories in there and everything. So, okay. Anybody have any other questions from the chats?
Well, no one sends us anything in the chat.
Oh,
Yes.
they don't like us. That's okay.
No, they're just shy.
Oh, that could be. So, all right. Wonderful. All right, then we'll call it a day here. I will see everybody again on Thursday, and we'll go from there. Same time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, enjoy.
Bye bye.
Until next time.